My name's Ishita, and I'm a rising sophomore at Georgetown University's McDonough School of Business. And there I'm majoring in finance and international business with a minor in biology. Interestingly enough, I actually knew about the Psaros Center before I came to Georgetown. It's one of the reasons I really wanted to go here. And so when I was researching different colleges, I was looking at what Georgetown offered in the intersection between business and policy, because that's something I've always been super interested in. And I found the Psaros Center. So I actually wrote my Why Georgetown essay about this organization. So when I came here, I started volunteering and I got to meet Professor Agarwal and David. And it was such a great experience that when they were talking a little bit about the FinPolicy track, I knew I had to apply. And I also heard from past members of the FinPolicy track about what a great experience it was, which is why I really wanted to apply and go on it. I think two things come to mind right off the bat. So the first was obviously we got to speak to these officials, these people who have had very successful careers, and that was such an amazing experience. But one thing I thought was really interesting was hearing different perspectives from different people. So, for example, when we heard from the SEC versus the CFTC, we kind of heard different perspectives on things like cryptocurrency, which was super interesting to hear because a lot of us were really interested in that space. And I think along with the really formal conversations, also the more informal ones we had over things like dinner were really great because we were all kind of a little more laid back. We were able to converse about things that were going on in day-to-day life, what was going on in the news, how people's jobs are having an impact on that. And so I think those were both really big highlights of the experience for me. I've always been really interested in finance. I knew that was something I really wanted to do post grad. But I think going on the FinPolicy track, we got to see so many different aspects of finance. So, for example, we got to see the private bank at JP Morgan, investment banking at Goldman Sachs. We saw investment management, we saw private credit, and it really opened my eyes to the fact that there is so much more to finance rather than just maybe what traditional people do follow, like the paths people follow. And along with that, just the fact that there's always an intersection between finance policy, for example, like regulatory changes impact everyone. If the office, whoever's in office changes, that impacts everyone. And I think going on this track really solidified that for me and made me realize I do want to stay involved in the policy side, even if I go down the finance route. I think going to school in the nation's capital is something like not a lot of people can say they did. And I think going on this track really allowed me to take advantage of that because Georgetown has such strong ties to Hoyas who work in the government as well as Hoyas who work in finance, which we did in New York. And so I think just having that alumni community and knowing that they are out there is really, really great to hear because it feels like in any corner of those two realms, you have people you can reach out to, people you can learn from. And I think seeing people who went to the same school as you doing such inspiring roles or having achieved so much in their career is honestly just really inspiring and something I really hope to do as well.